Hello, and thank you all for joining us today to help spread the word about the California Mortgage Relief Program. I'm Senator Alex Padilla, proud to represent California, and I will begin by just stating a little bit of background here. When I was first sworn into the Senate last January, I said at the time that one of my top priorities, my very top priority, was helping Californians through the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. And I was proud, as a result, to cast one of my first votes as a senator for the American Rescue Plan, which provided billions of dollars in relief to working families, to hospitals, to schools and school districts, and local governments in general, small business owners, et cetera. And of course, the bill included funding for a historic national vaccination program to help protect our collective health against the COVID-19 virus. And we're still continuing to roll out new programs to distribute aid from the American Rescue Plan to families across California and across the country. And one of those critical initiatives funded by the ARP is the California Mortgage Relief Program. Now, this program will bring $1 billion to Californians who have fallen behind on their mortgage payments because of financial hardship caused by the pandemic. So with your help in spreading the word, this program could help upwards of 20,000, 30,000, maybe even 40,000 homeowners in California. Yes, it will depend on the details and specific circumstances of the individuals who apply. And I also want to remind us that, when we were crafting the American Rescue Plan last year, I advocated for a focus on equity in every element of the bill. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic hit especially hard in communities of color, in immigrant communities, and low-income communities, both from a health perspective and an economic perspective. So I'm encouraged to see that the agencies involved in implementing this program are already working hard to identify and engage with the communities experiencing the most need when it comes to mortgage assistance. I particularly want to thank our partners at the State Business Consumer Services and Housing Agency, as well as the California Housing Finance Agency, for co-hosting this webinar and to share details and answer questions about how Californians can get the assistance that they need. We'll be hearing from them during this program as well. I also want to thank our local partners throughout the state, including the California State Association of Counties and the League of California Cities, of which I was a member and president once upon a time. For helping us get the word out to partners throughout the state in every area of the state. And a special thank you to our partners in the Central Valley, because unfortunately, the Central Valley is one of the areas that gets hit the hardest when it comes to downturns in the economy. Central Valley Self-Help, Habitat for Humanity, Central California Legal Services, the Fresno County Community Development, Central Valley Community Foundation, and Fresno County Equal Opportunity Commission, and the Kern County Housing Authority. You've all been tremendous hands-on partners in all of this. So we thank you for all the work that you are carrying out in the greater Central Valley. And finally, I want to thank all of you who have joined us to bring this information back to your communities. And before I introduce the next speaker, I'd like to offer just a few words in Spanish as well for our Spanish-speaking audience. Quiero dar las gracias a todos los que nos están ayudando a traer esta información importante a todas las comunidades del estado. Sabemos que el año pasado ha sido bastante difícil para tantas familias. Muchas familias han tenido dificultades pagando por comida, renta y otros costos esenciales. Por eso me da mucho gusto anunciar que el programa de rescate hipotecario de California está aquí para ayudar a las personas que se han retrasado en sus pagos de casa mensuales en los últimos 2 años. Este programa está financiado por el Plan de Rescate Americano, un proyecto de ley federal que yo apoyé el año pasado cuando primero entré al Senado. Todas las familias que son elegibles no esperen Por favor, aprovechen de este programa y apliquen hoy por asistencia federal. Y también, por favor, compartan este mensaje importante con otros en su comunidad. So thank you again for joining us. I look forward to continuing our work together towards a full and inclusive pandemic recovery. And with that, let me welcome our next speaker, Lourdes Castro Ramirez, Secretary of the Business, Consumer Services, and Housing Agency for the state of California to kick off the program.
Good morning, and thank you, Senator Padilla, so much for the introduction. I'm grateful for your partnership and your lifelong work to widen the circle of opportunity so that no one is left behind. It is a pleasure to be here today with all of you to talk about the California Mortgage Relief Program, the largest mortgage relief program in the country. The Business Consumer Services and Housing Agency has many responsibilities, including advancing efforts to prevent and end homelessness, expand and preserve affordable housing, and promote homeownership. Today, we are excited to share how community advocates and leaders like yourselves can help struggling homeowners. From the beginning of this global pandemic, Governor Gavin Newsom and this administration have been working tirelessly to keep Californians stably housed. For example, over 50,000 people experiencing homelessness received emergency shelter through Project Room Key. And so far, Home Key, our nationally recognized hotel suite housing initiative, has funded over 7,000 affordable housing units for people exiting homelessness. The state also deployed a rent relief program that continues providing eviction protections through March the 31st. And to date, we have distributed nearly $1.8 billion to assist 150,000 low-income renter households. The relief efforts also enabled us to provide nearly 17,000 households with housing and mortgage counseling through CalHFA. This mortgage relief program rounds out a comprehensive suite of housing assistance efforts to keep Californians safe and in their homes. With $1 billion, as the Senator mentioned, in funding from the federal government through the U.S. Treasury, we will provide much needed relief to thousands of homeowners who may have lost their jobs or had to work reduced hours and fell behind on housing payments. And because we know that homeowners in underserved communities were hit very hard by this pandemic, CalHFA will target at least 40% of funds to communities most in need of these resources. In the rent relief program, partnerships became very important and critical as we deployed this assistance. Today, we look forward to broadening this collaboration with all of you. So please help us by promoting the housingiskey.com website. Please help us keep people in their homes, sharing the information that we will be imparting today. We urge homeowners to apply for this much needed assistance. Thank you, Senator Padilla, for increasing housing stability for all Californians. I also would like to thank Congress, the Biden administration, and the U.S. Treasury for the $10 billion in funding nationwide. And now I'd like to also share a few words in Spanish. Buenos días, soy Lourdes Castro Ramírez, secretaria de la Agencia de Negocios, Servicios al Consumidor y Vivienda, y es un placer estar aquí con ustedes. Gracias por compartir con nosotros en esta sesión informativa y muchísimas gracias al senador Alex Padilla. Desde el inicio de esta pandemia, el gobernador Gavin Newsom y su administración han mantenido firme su compromiso en ayudar a todos los residentes de California a mantener la estabilidad de sus viviendas. Por ejemplo, el proyecto Room Key ha facilitado albergue a más de 50,000 personas que enfrentan falta de vivienda, que esto dio paso a la iniciativa Home Key, que ha creado más de 7,000 habitaciones para personas que enfrentan falta de vivienda. Además, el programa Ayuda con la Renta ha dado servicio a más de 150,000 familias. Hoy damos un paso más, ofreciendo ayuda a los propietarios que están atrasados en sus pagos hipotecarios debido al COVID-19. El programa de rescate hipotecario de California es un programa financiado por el gobierno federal. El Estado ha recibido $1,000 millones para ayudar a propietarios elegibles por medio de subvenciones o grants. Y esperamos que esta ayuda a las familias más afectadas, que ayude a mantener a familias en sus hogares y a brindarles un nuevo comienzo. Gracias a todas las organizaciones que nos acompañan por sus esfuerzos en mantener a nuestras comunidades en sus hogares. Los animo a que obtengan más información sobre el programa para que esta ayuda pueda alcanzar a los que más la necesitan. Gracias de antemano, senador Alex Padilla. Gracias por acompañarnos, por su liderazgo y su gran trabajo en traer estos fondos tan necesarios para mantener la estabilidad de todas las familias. Senator Padilla, thank you again for working with us to protect and provide housing relief. As Governor Newsom has said, no one should live in fear of losing the roof over their head. Now, I'd like to introduce CalHFA Executive Director, Tina Johnson-Hall.
Thank you very much to everyone for coming. And a huge thank you goes to Senator Padilla for hosting us and for your passionate and effective advocacy for homeowner relief as part of the American Rescue Plan Act. As you heard, my name is Tina Johnson-Hall, and I am the Executive Director of the California Housing Finance Agency, which is administering this program through our affiliate, CalHFA Homeowner Relief Corporation. I am so thrilled to be able to announce that struggling California homeowners can now apply for mortgage relief and get caught up on the housing payments they missed due to the pandemic. When crafting the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 COVID relief bill, our federal partners recognized the dire need for homeowner assistance and set aside a large fund for that purpose. Our state's allocation of $1 billion is 10% of the total allocation for the country. And I think that speaks not only to the incredible need in California, but also how much housing prices have skyrocketed here. Through this program, eligible California households can get one-time grants up to $80,000. These grants will go directly to the homeowner's mortgage servicer to fully pay off their past due payments and give them a fresh start. CalHFA is proud to be administering California's program, and we have the expertise and the proven track record of successfully deploying federal mortgage relief dollars to homeowners hit hardest during financial downturns. And when we launched the program a few weeks ago, we were the third state in the US to open and the first on the West Coast to get up and running. We all know that a home is much more than simply the physical space we live. It is security, it's peace of mind, it's our nest egg, and for many Californians, it's our dream come true. So for those who have lost wages, lost jobs, or even faced the tragedy of a loved lost one, we are here to hopefully help them keep their home. California homeowners can visit camortgagerelief.org to apply. The website and application is available in several different languages. The program has no fees, there are no liens, and the grants never need to get paid back. There's no deadline to apply, but we encourage people to do it as soon as possible. And we also encourage all California homeowners who are struggling to visit a HUD certified housing counselor who will provide free confidential guidance, whether they are a mortgage relief program applicant or not. I would now like to introduce Walnut Creek Mayor Pro Tem and the League of Cities President, Cindy Silva. We deeply appreciate our partnership with local leaders who on a daily basis see the real impact this pandemic has had on families' finances. Thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you very much and good morning, everyone. Senator Padilla, thank you for your invitation to join today's call. I am deeply honored to be able to participate and to show the support of the League of California Cities for the California Mortgage Relief Program. Suffice it to say, the pandemic has impacted every aspect of our life in our communities, from the health and well-being of our residents to the vitality of our local economies and the stability of local jobs. In California, the pandemic has also exacerbated and amplified our housing affordability and homelessness crisis. Residents in communities all over the state are struggling to afford to keep a roof over their heads. And we know that residents must be able to thrive and not just survive if we are to have thriving cities and a strong local recovery. We see the California Mortgage Relief Program as a critical way to give homeowners a sense of security, as the program will help prevent foreclosures and keep Californians in their homes and away from homelessness. Again, thank you, Senator Padilla, for supporting the funding for this vital program and for investing in the recovery of our communities. And I'd also like to thank the state of California for its continued partnership in the work to find real solutions to the problems of housing affordability and homelessness. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Rebecca Franklin from the California Housing Finance Authority, who will give us more details on the program.
Thank you. I'd like to start by thanking Senator Padilla for hosting this event and helping get the word out to California homeowners about this new program. I'd also like to thank CSAC and the League of Cities for also their support on amplifying our program. Today, I'm here to give you a deeper understanding of our program, who is eligible, and how to apply. Before I start reviewing the program itself, how did we get here? How did this come into existence? All of these speakers have highlighted the support that our federal and state government have given in order to create the Housing Assistance Fund through the American Rescue Plan Act and helping California receive over $1 billion in mortgage relief. The program itself is eligible to California homeowners who have faced financial hardship due to the pandemic. As my colleagues have highlighted, this is a grant up to $80,000 that will be distributed on a first come, first served basis. The program itself is one of many relief programs that are part of the Housing is Key initiative that was started by Governor Newsom and the BCSH agency. So who is eligible for the mortgage relief program? All applicants' income must be at or below 100% of their area median income. Don't worry, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on that in the later slides. They must own and occupy a single family home, and they must be at least 2 payments behind on their mortgage before the launch of the program, which was at the end of 2021. Additionally, they must attest that they have faced a pandemic financial hardship after January 21st, 2020. Additionally, applicants must meet one of the 3 requirements. They are receiving public assistance, they are severely housing burdened, or they have no other alternative workout options to get caught up on their mortgages through their servicer. What is area median income, or as we call it, AMI? AMI is developed by the federal government through HUD to determine eligibility for various government programs. AMI varies by household size and county. As you can see by the slide here, it's different parts of the state have different levels of AMI. If you are curious about whether your AMI meets the criteria for this program, you can visit camortgagerelief.org and visit our AMI calculator. There you can put in the county of your home's residence and the household size, and then that will determine whether you can meet the income requirement for the mortgage relief program. Household size is determined by anyone over the age of 18 who resides in the household. The mortgage relief program is not only for traditional mortgages, it also serves our reverse mortgage holder community. This is a very specific community that we want to make sure that also knows that this assistance is out there for them. If you hold a reverse mortgage and you've fallen behind on your property tax or insurance, you are also able to qualify for this program. So how does the program work? At a very high level, an applicant would apply. Once you've submitted your application, we have a team of eligibility specialists here to review the application and to ensure that it meets the program eligibility requirements. If the applicant is determined to be eligible and approved, then a payment will be sent directly to the bank or the servicer. The servicer will then apply the payment and the California homeowner is now caught up. So where does one go to apply? Anyone interested in learning more about our program, learning about other COVID relief programs, and wanting to apply should start by visiting camortgagerelief.org and clicking the top right corner, that blue button that says apply now. Once you've clicked the button, the applicant will be taken to a simple questionnaire to determine whether that they meet our eligibility criteria at the very highest level. Once that questionnaire is completed, an applicant will be taken to the application itself through our online secure portal. The applicant can start an application and save it if you need more information or to collect documents. You have up to 30 days to complete and submit your application. If an applicant has all the information and required documentation at the time of application, it should take less than 30 minutes to complete the application end to end. We really strive to make sure that this application is not cumbersome to California homeowners. The documents we require for the application are very easily obtained, readily available documents, such as your mortgage statement, your bank statement, utility bills, and proof of income, such as a pay stub or proof of unemployment. There are some cases where homeowners will be required to submit additional documentation. At that point, an eligibility specialist will have been in contact with them and will help walk them through that part of the process. But additional documents could be if you are considered not housing burden, which means your mortgage costs are less than 40% of your income, or if you're in an active bankruptcy, we would require additional documentation at that time. But don't worry, we're here to support you through the process, and we will be in contact and help you throughout the whole time. As I said, support for our applicants is number one for this program. We want to make, this is a troubling time. We've faced financial hardship. People are behind on their mortgage, and we want to make sure that the program is here to support you in getting the help that you need. We encourage California homeowners to seek guidance and reach out to not only HUD certified mortgage counselors, but also their mortgage servicer itself. There are a lot of programs out there to help California homeowners catch up on their mortgage and to stop facing foreclosure. And we want to make sure that this program is considered in comparison to all the other programs that are out there to make sure that the right fit is there. If you have need technical assistance while filling out your application, we do have a contact center. The number is listed here. The contact center has specialists available in over 200 languages. We're here to support you in a language you're most comfortable in. Lastly, you can email us at info@camortgagerelief.org and we will respond within 3 business days. It's important to the program that we talk about fraud and scams. Unfortunately, there are bad actors out there who are trying to get homeowner information or represent themselves as the mortgage relief program when they are not. And California homeowners need to understand that this program is here to help them and to be able to identify scammers and report them accordingly. Keep in mind that this is a free program. If anyone's asking you for a fee to apply, if anyone's asking you to sign documents or give information for a program in which you would have to pay back the monies given, this is not the mortgage relief program, and you should stop connecting with that person. On the CA Mortgage Relief website, we have the ability for homeowners to report these individuals if they do come across them. Additionally, as everyone has highlighted, this is one program of many that Governor Newsom and the state of California and our federal partners have provided to California homeowners. If you are a landlord or a tenant, the Emergency Rental Relief Program is there for you. If you need more information about these programs, we encourage you to visit the camortgagerelief.org website, where we have information on other COVID financial relief programs. So maybe you're not an applicant for this program, but you can still help your fellow California homeowners who are. We're asking that all people engage with our social media campaign and help get the word out about this program. It's essential that we all talk about the program and promote it, because we want to help the homeowners who are facing foreclosure. We are on all the social media platforms. Our hashtag is Get Caught Up. And even if it's just talking to someone at the supermarket, even if it's just sharing it on your own social media, if it's retweeting our tweets, it helps get the word out to people. This is a hard time that people are facing. And sometimes they want to hear from that trusted community resource. And we want to make sure that we are giving California homeowners the kind of support in language and culturally appropriate ways. So sharing our information through your own resource channels of information will be helpful. Additionally, on our website, we do have a press kit that has different PDFs and flyers for people to be able to also communicate. If you have more questions, like I said, you can visit the California Mortgage Relief website. You can call our contact center or email us. Thank you for letting me, Senator Padilla, give a deeper dive on the program, and I'll turn it back to you.
Senator, looks like you are on mute.
Sorry about that. More than 2 years in the pandemic, and we're still remembering to unmute ourselves. I appreciate everybody's contributions to today's program. Rebecca, that was very in-depth and very helpful information. Cindy, Tina, Lourdes as well. Before we wrap up here, I know we don't have a ton of time for questions. I do want to make a plug again for the website, camortgagerelief.org, camortgagerelief.org, to get all the information to begin the application process, etc. Just a couple of brief, quick questions, which I think would be helpful, Rebecca, if we can. Number one, we covered who may be eligible here. We covered the website to go for more information to begin the application process. For people who prefer a phone conversation, can you repeat the number? I know it's on the website, but for folks who may be monitoring and not watching your presentation, if they can hear and jot down the phone number, that might be helpful.
Yeah, so our contact center number is 888-840-2594. And again, we have support in over 200 languages. So I encourage anyone to call and get the support they need.
Wonderful. And the next question, final question for Tina. Tina, you mentioned that there is no hard and fast deadline to apply, but you encourage people to do it sooner. Are there any other key dates to be aware of for homeowners who need assistance?
No other key dates, but I would, again, encourage folks to apply as soon as they can so that we can help them as soon as we are able.
Wonderful. And the funding is available. So thank you all again very much for all the press and partners that are tuning in today. Thank you for joining us. Once again, we encourage you to visit camortgagerelief.org for more information. And for all the local partners who are wondering what the next step is, we will follow up with an email so you have all the information that you need to help us spread the word and to help us help California families. We'll also be sharing a recording of this webinar so that you can share it with your networks as well. And with that, I want to thank you all again for joining us. Please continue to stay safe, spread the word on vaccines and masks too. And thank you for participating today.